It's been decades. We've been supporting triathletes through daunting endeavors in the most grueling of conditions, with you on fatigue-filled training sessions and exhilarating race days. We remain consistent, our craft unwavering. We're here to watch you improve and to conquer. Our heritage lives on. Welcome to the Ohana.
All right. What's up? Happy Friday, everyone. It is last Friday of the month. Am I correct in that? Last Friday of the month? Let me check. Wait, hold on. Yeah, we're here. We made it. We made it another month. How's it going, everyone? Thanks for joining us, to you guys watching now, and thanks in the future for you guys that happen to check this out on YouTube. My name is Mark. If we have not met before, we try to get together most Fridays and talk about stuff pertaining to the team partners. Today we have a standout Team Zoot member we're gonna talk to her a little bit, get a little bit about her story and what she's doing and what she did, and ask her some questions. And also, I mean, we just kind of have fun, and I answer some questions that you guys might have about either the brand, the team, or what's going on. So a couple house cleaning things first. Our Team Zoot Summer Series, which was technically the third and final store we did for the 2026 gear. This stuff, and then the white, gray, and black summer cycling and running gear we have. It just landed, and we will start shipping we're going to start shipping today, and we're kind of moving our warehouses around. So I will start shipping it on Monday. Shout out to Mike, my coworker. We just learned out that our warehouse a couple of the guys are out of the office for a week or so. So Mike and I are going to try to get that stuff out for you guys starting on Monday. So don't email me and don't DM me if you're getting this, so I could just concentrate on shipping out your guys' orders and don't get sidetracked. Another thing, so if you saw the post, if you guys have not set up your Ironman profile with Team Zoot under Tri Club, please do so. We're trying to make sure no one gets left out of any of the cool events that we're doing. Our European team will be in Hamburg. I believe it's in a week. They'll be at Challenge Roth in July. And then the next ones, I know that we are going to, our custom team will be in Milwaukee for the USAT Nationals. And I'm still trying to see if it's possible for me to go, because I actually really love that event, and I love that city. It's really cool. So I'm hoping to be out there, and then for sure we'll be in Nice, and for sure we'll be in Kona for both World Championships. And we're super pumped. We got a lot of stuff going on for the World Championships, including the free P1X race suits, and the special Team Zoot 2026 World Championship designs. And so we're going to give that to you guys just for qualifying as our ode to your greatness and your being the best triathletes in your age group in the world and racing those events. So that's kind of the things that we could do for you, what sets our team apart. Although I did see another team out there, a big team in Texas, that is now doing this for their team members that make the World Championships, and I actually take that as a compliment. That means they're seeing what we're doing, and they're starting to do it, which is pretty cool. And a couple of things. Thanks for everyone that has emailed in that is wanting to volunteer as a Ruvi ride leader. And I'll talk to you guys more about this maybe on an upcoming Friday, but we are going to officially partner with Ruvi. Before it was kind of like they just gave us a code to use, but we're going to officially partner with them as a team, just because it's another way for us to come together virtually. And my idea is to have Team Zoot members who are going to race a race in the future, albeit at the end of this year or towards the end of this year or into next year. Say if you're doing Lake Placid, if someone wants to volunteer, and we're already getting all these messages. So thanks to you guys for writing in, and we'll reach out and pick a few of you guys. we're racing an event, and say we have 40 people racing Ironman Lake Placid, and the idea is to host a handful of group rides, which those people could join, and anyone else on the team or in general could join the Team Zoot group rides and do a specific event, like do Lake Placid and talk about the course, since we are the Ironman bike course sponsor, and now we're partnering with Ruby, and in turn we'll give you guys a year's worth of the Ruby platform for free for kind of being the lieutenants and the generals in that one. I don't know why I'm using military terms, but you get the idea. And yeah, I think that's it. Oh, one more before I get out. Sorry, Sharon, we're coming in. But these guys, we're going to bring these guys in. More to come on these guys too. As a team partner, they sent us a box of these protein bars that actually have quite a bit of protein in them. And I tried them, and they're pretty good. And actually, they're really good. And they want to sponsor us, and they're going to give you guys a discount. So yeah, let's go. So it's always trying to bring fun stuff in for the team. Okay, next up, we're going to bring a very special Team Zooter on. She's in the mountain region, and we'll get a little bit more about her story and how she came to be and why she wrote this thing. So check this out. I'm going to put the link up. Sharon Mcdowell Larsen wrote a book. It's pretty badass. Is this in focus, or is it? I mean, look at that thing. Sharon, I'm going to ask you about, how many of those pictures did you have? And you're like, dude, that one's so legit. She's wearing the Kona World Championship kit. I believe this was last year. And last year, this was the kit from last year on the VPRI. She's full on team partner. She's riding on. She's got the Rudy helmet, the VPRI. She looks like she's pushing, I don't know, like 300 watts right there down at Leahy, or the Queen K, I should say. But she's been in the game a long time. I read, in all honesty, I have not officially started this book. I read the acknowledgments. I still have to finish my Anthony Kiedis autobiography. And then this one's next up. It takes me a long time to read, guys. I'm old. I fall asleep. I work out a lot. I read like a page and I fall asleep at night. But I read the foreword, which is pretty cool. And so we're going to get into welcome Sharon and find out what's going on. And I'll send you guys you guys have a link. I'll put it up in the comments of what this is all about too, so we can help support a really good person, Team Zoot member, doing some cool things. So Sharon, welcome. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate
that.
Yeah.
Yes. I look at, we're matchy right now.
Know,
You're in the party shirt, and I'm still stinky in my lunch ride, my lunch ride jersey. But it's pretty cool. So Sharon, tell us a little bit about who you are, where you're from, and what you've been doing lately, and kind of what inspired you to be an author, which is really cool. Right. I'm gonna post the link right here. So if anyone hasn't seen it, this is the Amazon link to go look at check out the book. It's pretty cool. I've had people that wrote books before, but I think this is the first book that I've seen with, actually, that's not true. Well, the first one in Team Zoot, there was this guy, Rich Roll. I'm sure it has, you guys obviously know him. But he wrote a book, and we sponsored him back in the day, and he's wearing Zoot on the cover of his book, Finding Ultra. So cool. It's pretty cool. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. Thanks, Mark. Actually the story of being on the cover of my book, I never set out to be on, to be featured on the cover, but it's kind of a funny story how that came about. So maybe I'll get to that. But so I started in triathlon back in the 80s. And I had joined a running club in college and started running and fell in love with running. And as a result, I was reading this magazine called Runner's World Magazine. You might have heard of it. And I read a couple of articles in Runner's World magazine. The first one was about a PhD in exercise physiology, and he had this human performance lab. And at the time, I knew I wanted to get a PhD in something. I didn't know what. And so I read that article, and I was like, that's what I want to get my PhD in. And then there was this other article about this really crazy race in Hawaii. And, you know, this was back in the 80s when the running boom was just starting to peak, and marathons were like that was the endurance thing to do. And then I read about this race in Hawaii where they actually swam and biked before they ran a marathon. And I just thought, this is nuts. How can anyone even possibly do this? But I read that article and I just said, I want to do that race one day. And so I took swimming lessons. I started to cycle. And so I managed to qualify. And this was, again, back when there were like 3 Ironman races around the world. And so I qualified at Ironman Canada and went on to do Kona in 1988. So that was the 10th year anniversary of Hawaii. Wow. And so I, then, kind of moved into other endurance events and did some ultras and some mountain biking, and then got back into doing Ironmans about 10 years ago. And then last year did Kona and won my age group. So I'm quite proud of that. And
what? Whoa. I did not know you won your age group. Congratulations.
Yeah. Oh, thanks.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's BA right there.
Yeah. So I still actually sort of have to pinch myself once in a while. Like, did you actually do that? But so the story of the cover is we were in Hawaii a week before the race, and everything was coming to a head in terms of the manuscript and the book as well. And so I was frantically that whole week, like doing final edits, and the publisher sent out a mock-up of the cover. And my co-author and I hated it. And we were like, no, this is not the cover that we want. And so I said, look, I'm in Hawaii, very dramatic. And I actually had a photo from like 2022 when I did Kona. And I thought, let's do this one. Couldn't find the photographer. So like literally 3 days before the race, I found a photographer and said, hey, can you meet me on the Queen K the day after the race at 7 a.m. for a photo shoot? And everything was due that Sunday night. And so, so that's how that came about. And I'm actually quite pleased because that race suit is probably one of my favorite Zoot race suits.
Are you talking about just the design or the way it fit or
everything?
What?
Yeah, everything, the aerodynamics, the design, the fit. I just love that suit. And so anyway, I was happy that worked out rather well.
We gotta hire you in the marketing department, because that sounds like how we do our photo shoots. Like, geez. So that's awesome. Yeah, so day after, how were your legs feeling in this moment? Right?
Yeah, here? Not great. I think the challenge was just like going down the stairs, carrying my bike, putting the bike in the car, and but yeah, luckily I didn't have to run. It was on the bike. So
yeah, there you go. It's probably better for you. So tell us what the book is about, and how it really is a good read for, not just triathletes, but people that are into endurance lifestyle and just kind of want to live. I don't know what the proper terms. I mean, you know this a lot better than I do, but what are the proper terms for people that just want to like live better? Okay. I mean, there is a scale, right? Like, I'm sure you've seen it in your work way more than me, but I've seen it just on the brand side since I've been in this sport. Is some people can take it too far, and they could take a something that's really good and a healthy lifestyle and make it into something that's not healthy, whether it be socially or in their other things in life. So tell us a little bit about who this is for.
So this is actually, in all honesty, the book that I wish I had read when I was starting out as an endurance athlete in my 20s. I think I would have saved myself some years of frustration, some years of lackluster performance. There was a time in my 40s when I was considering giving up endurance sports because of health issues. And I was actually able to turn that around based on changing nutrition and other lifestyle factors. The overall theme of the book is really about performance longevity. And we intentionally kind of stayed away from the term optimizing performance, because when you say optimize, what does that mean? How do you know you've achieved that? It's a little bit nebulous. And not everybody has the time or resources to actually truly optimize performance. But I think the idea of performance longevity now is something that everybody wants and can relate to. And really, it's just about being able to do the things that we love for as long as possible, to stay active. So whether you're playing pickleball on the weekends or doing Ironman triathlons, how can you kind of, to coin a term, stay in the game and continue to do those things that we love. And so the book is really a mixture of sort of science related to aging, related to long-term health outcomes, and to performance, and sort of the intersection of those three. And so, if you look at the systems that allow us to be active, that allow us to move through the world, whether you're a weekend warrior, serious athlete, things like cardiovascular system, the joints, immune function, gut health, being a postmenopausal female. What are those systems that allow us to function? And we know that these systems decline with age. I mean, that's part of the thing we have to embrace as older athletes. But how can we then slow the trajectory of that decline? And so when we kind of dive into some of the aging research, for example, and look at some of the mechanisms behind why these systems are decline with age, then we can put into place certain practices, whether it's dietary practices or other lifestyle practices, that can perhaps mitigate and offset some of the rate, this rate of decline.
Yeah, that's
So,
and am I allowed to ask, because you're still kicking ass, and you just came from the Team Zoot mountain camp. We were talking before we went live and had a lot of fun. We had a Team Zoot member at the Craig Alexander Kona camp in spring, which, by the way, again, another reminder, there's another one in August. If you guys want to do that, it's pretty epic. And there's regional camps all year long. Reach out to your team captain if you don't have any information on when and where those, if they're still coming up. But we had a Team Zoot member, 74, I want to say Rosalind was. She's in LA. And like, I just rode with a Team Zoot member here in San Diego that was in the office, and he's like, "Are you guys riding at lunch?" I was like, "Yeah, dude, roll out at noon, roll up." And he was 74 years old, and we were going hard. And I'm just like, I'm blown away at, because it seems that as you get older, not just within our sport of triathlon, but like just generally in life, you start learning stuff. You start moving through the world with a little bit more intelligence than you did in your 20s and 30s and so on, right? But I even lost what my question was. But I wanted to ask, like how old are you? Is that okay? Can I ask you that question? Or what age group are you? What age group did you win in Kona last year?
I think what helped was I was at the younger end of the age group, so I was 65. So this year I'm 66. And,
wow! Congratulations!
Yeah.
Jeez.
Thank you.
Sorry, I just like, and I say that in all earnesty, because I've known you for a few years, and by the way, like Sharon wrote this book, and we've been trying to kind of connect to get her on just to talk about it. But I have seen Sharon over how long have you been a Team Zoot member?
Since
for a few years now, right?
Yeah, 2018 was when I joined Zoot. Yeah.
And so I always would see you at these events and stuff, and I was like, geez, like Sharon's like, she's kind of badass, right? Like she and in Kona, obviously, seeing you in Kona, but it is really it's really cool to see people as they get older, as they start, and myself included, is kind of like, okay, hey, let's get a little smarter here and still have fun, because I think you kind of really appreciate the time, how you spend your time, and you want to do it correctly, and you want to feel good, and as you're getting older, you kind of like, you want to work out smarter, and a lot of times you have a bit more fun. But kudos to you, and it is an inspiration to see you constantly, and I'm sure you were dragging those people up the hills and the climbs at the Team Zoot mountain camp, but it is pretty cool to see, when most people that get into their 60s, 70s, and 80s, and they just kind of like whatever. It's really cool to see people that are still out there doing it. So congratulations. I want to put I don't know if I can. I don't know if this thing will take a screenshot. It won't. I was going to post in the comments, but look. Oh, Rosalind, she's 77. She's on right now. Yeah, Rosalind, she turned 78 next month. She was crushing it. Plus, she gave me 2 of her glasses of wine at the last dinner, which is really nice. And so, special shout out to Rosalind. She's a G. But find Sharon if you haven't, if you guys have, like, after this is done. Before I forget, I just wanted to say, reach out to Sharon. As she, you could find her on the community forum. Just look at her name, look at the book, and if you guys have any questions, please reach out to her. You have a PhD, so I'm no dummy, and she's and not only that, is you're still actively doing the sport, and you're practicing what you preach and what you write. So it's pretty cool. So don't hesitate to reach out to Sharon if you guys have anything specifically you want to ask her after you read the book.
Right. Yeah. And maybe I can add a few things here. There is a Team Zoot discount. So if you go to the website of the book, it's stayinginthegame.org.
Okay.
And the proceeds of the book, a significant portion of the proceeds will go to charity. One of the charities is a local charity here in Colorado that helps underserved young women get into sport, and particularly mountain biking. So very near and dear to my heart. So it's stayinginthegame.org. And if you click on the publisher link, and then at checkout, you can put in Zoot 30, all caps Zoot 30, and you get a 30% discount. And the code is good through the end of the year. And if you want to buy gifts, if you want to use it, share it with family, that's fine as well. So it's so that's a nice thing that the publisher agreed to do for the Team Zoot.
That's really cool. I just posted it in the comments right there, and if you look
thank you.
So go through there, and unless you're super lazy, but those people aren't, but you could buy the Amazon link. But I'm noticing, and now I'm remembering, this is that must have been on your old bike, 2019, was that 2019 on the homepage?
2022.
2022. Okay.
2022. Jeez. Yeah.
Man, so you're pretty gnarly. Hold on, I'm going to share this right here. So there's she's got the old team partners still. She's got the QR and the Smith helmet. Now that's pretty awesome. So yeah, check it out. Code Zoot30 for 30% off. Shout out to your publisher for hooking it up. So how's it? Is this your first book, or is this
yes.
Is this a long line of books? Oh, so you're a published author. How does that feel? Is that just super cool to say? Like, oh, that's like a,
yeah, I wrote a book.
I wrote a book. That might be a bigger flex than winning your age group in Kona, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was definitely a labor of love, and I do enjoy the writing process, but it took me 7 years to write the book. So it's very meticulously researched. There is a lot of data in it, a lot of citations, but I think there's kind of also narrative stories. So I think there's something in there for everybody, and I think everybody will learn something, and hopefully find it interesting and helpful. I mean, really, it's I consider it kind of my gift to the world in a sense, in terms of giving back. So that was part of the inspiration. Yeah.
That is pretty awesome. So where are you in, like, what is your, like, what are you up to now that you're a published author in Colorado? You're outside of Boulder, is that correct?
No, I'm
Or you,
actually on the western slope. I'm in
oh,
Grand
Western
Junction,
slope.
so western
Oh,
slope.
okay.
So just about 30 miles from the Utah border. And by the way, it's one of the, I think, best places in Colorado to train for Ironmans. I mean, it's hard to beat. Just low traffic roads, open water swimming, awesome pool. So um, yeah,
West, the Western Slope, everyone. You got to go
Grand
out to
Junction.
go out to Grand Junction. I'm coming out
Junction.
there in July, but I am not on the west.
Wow.
I don't know. We're going to see a concert at Red Rocks,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
we're taking my 10-year-old daughter
Yeah.
out there
Red,
and to watch a concert.
Red Rocks is awesome. Yeah. That'll be an awesome experience. But that is on the other side of the state. So.
Yeah. That's why I'm missing. Yeah. That's why I'm missing the Boise 70.3 that I wanted to race, is because it's the same weekend as the Boise race. So James has a question. Will this be available in Kindle format?
Eventually, yes. So that's something in the works right now, and I agree with you. I'm kind of I like to have a lot of my books on Kindle. The only thing I would say is the way that we designed and wrote the book is we didn't really design it to be read cover to cover. We designed it so that you can kind of use it more as a reference and kind of go to the chapters and sections of chapters that you're mostly interested in. And so, yeah, so maybe the actual hard copy lends itself a little bit better to that. But certainly, yeah, we'll have a Kindle version as well as a audio version at some point, to be determined. Yeah.
Oh yeah, when's the audio version? I'll crush the audio version like in no problem. That's when I'm walking my dogs and stuff. I listen to audiobooks, and this is me when I'm reading at night. Okay, did you want to hear it? You want to see it? This is what it looks like. This is my impersonation of Mark reading at night. Doesn't matter what it is. I'm like, I think it's like when we hang out at night, and my wife gets like, she doesn't get pissed, but she's like, don't go prone, because like she knows once, if I'm sitting on the couch, like once this happens, it's done. I'm toast. But it's pretty cool.
I'm kind of the same way, so I can relate.
Yeah, Cheryl's asking EPUB. What's EPUB?
So there is an EPUB version available that you can download from the publisher website, but I don't think you get the discount. But let me contact them and just say, hey, can you give a discount on both the EPUB and the hard copy? So if you prefer the EPUB, that's an option on the publisher's website. Yeah.
Have you been doing any are you doing any like readings or anything like that, where someone could like, if they want to meet you in person, not at an event? Now, are you doing any more events? Let's just go back actually before we wrap this up today. Are you doing any more races this year where Team Zooters could come out and take a picture, get your autograph, and all that kind of stuff?
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. I'm going to be doing Oregon 70.3 this year.
Oh.
Are you going to be there?
No, unfortunately. It sold out super quick. Okay. But we do have, so another thing where I've been trying to push everyone to remind them to make sure your Ironman. So you guys, I'm leaving it to you guys to spread the word for me, all you Team Zooters. Make sure your fellow Team Zooters are registered with Ironman, because now through their portal, which is so awesome, I can look at any race on the Ironman schedule and see how many Team Zooters we have racing and the names of those said Team Zooters. And if we were going to do any event or activation or whatever, then we could reach out specifically. And I'll do, like, I did it in Kona. Like, I send you guys an email specifically, like, this is what we got going on. And then we'll post it in the forum, and we'll post it in other places too. But just so no one misses anything that they want to take advantage of. But in Oregon, I think we have like 145 Team Zoot members racing in Oregon.
Wow. Okay.
This year, and one of them's not me, but I've done that race twice, and I think it's pretty awesome, which is pretty
good.
Cool. Janice will be there. Yeah, Janice will be there. You should bring some books out. You should just bring an extra thing, and you should bring.
I love this. I love this. Yeah, totally. I'll bring books out. I didn't even think about that. And I tell
just
you,
a few.
Yeah, just to be transparent, like what I'm learning about the publishing business is, like, writing the book was the easy part, and then promoting it that's something I'm still learning to navigate. So
yeah, well, if you figure out
that's a learning process right there. Yeah.
It's still a learning process. It said, if you figure out how to market something correctly, you let me know, because I'm still struggling with that. But it sounds like you already got the photo stuff down, so you're already on your way.
Yeah.
But the thing I love about it is I mean, you just saying that, like, hey, it's a learning thing. I'm learning a new thing. I mean, that is, it's so cool that you're doing this, and it's really a testament to you not being content with just kind of like, I mean, just being, right. And you're going after it, which is pretty cool. But you can be content in Oregon. Okay. Because in the swim, at least, you could just sit there and just dump it. Have you raced it before?
No.
Okay. I'll give you the one tip. I'm going to give you the one tip for this. If you want to do like sub 20-minute swim. Okay. You ready for this?
Okay.
Get out when you jump off the little dock, and swim all the way towards the far side of the riverbank, because it's a faster current there. So you'll save a little bit more time going that way. So which is pretty cool. But it is a fun race, and there's a lot of cool stuff. So I'm extra pumped out.
Yeah, if there is a chance I could go to if I qualify to the World Championships as well, but we'll see. I'm not sure. We'll see.
All right. Well, then you have to bring some books to Nice too, for sure.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah, I love Nice. Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, what's on tap this weekend?
Actually, I'm doing a race in Boulder, Olympic distance triathlon, through not through Ironman, but through Without Limits. So it's just a local.
Oh, cool.
Local one.
Is that Dana's?
Dana's involved. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Your team captain out there in the mountain region. Yeah, she does that stuff. Yeah. And well, now she's involved with Ironman too. So
I know
she's everywhere. Jeez. So camp was fun. We'll leave it on that one. Camp was fun.
Yeah. So, I mean, gosh. First of all, Dana does such a good job, and just the bike ride through the monument is otherworldly. So if you've ever come out to Grand Junction, look me up. I'll take you through one of the most beautiful rides. In the continental US, I think. I mean, it's just stunning.
Wow.
And
those are big shoes to fill right there. Sharon's she's really selling this thing. All right, we're gonna have to come out. Maybe we'll have to come out next year for team camp.
For sure.
That's awesome.
For sure. Yeah.
All right. Okay, guys. It's called Staying in the Game, and Sharon's been on Team Zoot since 2018. She's been to Kona a handful of times. Check this book out. Show some love. And like she said, it's easy reading, and it's something that you come back to and read in sections, which sounds music to my ears. Which is pretty. Maybe I'll just read it on the clock here. I'll just read it instead of shipping your guys' summer series orders. I'll just read a couple chapters and just chill out. Thanks for the
There
suggestion.
you go.
So, but hey,
Awesome.
we thank you for coming out, being on the Friday Live. If you guys please spread the word about Sharon and her book. This will stay on the YouTube channel. If you guys, if people, sometimes people always ask like, hey, I missed a Friday Live or this and that. Just go on YouTube and look for Team Zoot or Zoot and it'll show up. And check the link. Just got my copy today. Yes, let's go, Stephanie.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Thanks for supporting. Hopefully you learn a few things and it makes your life just a little more enjoyable and your endurance journey a little more enjoyable with the knowledge of Sharon in your back pocket, which is pretty cool. So, all right, guys, be safe out there. Do something hard this weekend. And do you have a chapter in your book about like not focusing too much on like your data and your run splits and your wattage and your I was going to challenge everyone to go out today or this weekend and do a run without your watch.
Yeah.
That was gonna be my challenge.
I think that's a good idea for the next version. So the next version of the book, absolutely.
Okay, yeah. We'll start it here. If you guys have a run this weekend, even if you have a structured run that you want to do, okay, do it. But also do something short, and just do it with no data. And if you stop and you see like a flower you want to look at, like 2 minutes into your run, stop and look at it. And if you know what I mean? Like if you see a friend walking down the street and you want to chat with them, don't, stop and do it. Just enjoy the process this weekend, but make sure you do something hard. So you could try to keep up with Sharon and make it to Nice in Oregon. It's going to be a tough one. All right, guys.
Thanks.
All right. Well, thanks so much for being part of the team and
thanks,
have
Mark.
a great weekend. All right. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it. Cheers. Bye.